Hello, Pilot here. Today I am going to show you some tips and tricks on the Abyss map and war robots. What robots should I use? Which game mode? Which Titan? Which weapons? I will explain it all, so let's begin. Let's start off with the first game mode, Domination. If you spawn here, and you're a saboteur robot, only capture Beacon E if your teammates don't do so. Otherwise go for Beacon C, then enter the golden transporter pad and exit here, capture Beacon B, then defend the beacons. If you spawn here, go to Beacon E, if needed, then go to Beacon B. Then enter the golden transporter pad and exit here, and then capture Beacon C. Note that Beacon C will require the most strategic and defensive plans to work, but it can vary between battle. Here's a demonstration. If you spawn here, and you are once again a saboteur robot, this time go for Beacon C, then enter the purple transporter pad and exit here, then capture Beacon A. Beacon D should already have been captured by your allies. If you spawn here, go for Beacon A. Only go for Beacon D if your allies didn't capture it. Once you capture Beacon A, enter the purple transporter pad and exit here and capture Beacon C. Once again, it depends on the battle situations, Beacon C will be the most relevant to fight and defend. Here is a demonstration. only go for it under two conditions. 1. If you can capture it quickly at a close distance. 2. If the beacon you're guarding is well protected and you can assure it won't be liberated by the enemy if you leave it. In the beacon rush mode, beacons are key. So if the enemy manages to take your home beacon and you cannot re-liberate it back, try going for other beacons to try and even the odds. Example, if your team spawns on the side, and beacon D is under enemy control, try going for any other beacons that are both under enemy control and are unguarded. In the beacon rush mode, sometimes sacrificing a robot to gain an advantage would be a good idea in certain situations. Example, if you capture beacon D in the enemy territory, you might get a lot of firepower received, so when you capture the beacon, it might be best to jump into a new robot in order to provide both defense and offense for the beacon. Remember, you can only spawn on a beacon if that is your color only. This means if you turn a beacon white, enemies cannot spawn on the beacon. Specifically on the Abyss map, utilize the transporter pads to capture and liberate the beacons. It will definitely save you extra time. Next, definitely out of the question. Snipers, tanks and brawlers are best for the job of destroying the enemy robots to avoid going out in the open as to reduce the incremental damage. Stands as scorpion robots will set up near the center to jump on unsuspecting robots. As always, use the transporters to final game mode is free-for-all. In the free-for-all mode, use the same tips of the team deathmatch mode, except use the best robots for killing and dealing damage. You spawn on the outer sides of the map, I will show now. If you're vulnerable to scorpions, again, try to avoid the center map. If you're vulnerable to long-range base attacks, stay away from this side. The next topic are about the Titans. Which Titan is best specifically for the Abyss map? All Titans can work, you just need the right timing and place for them. Kids can work here, as well as Earthers, as this building will provide cover. Owlmings can be used near here for cover. Nodens can be here for support and yet still deal damage. Midas can be here to deal damage and knock off enemies, or here to defend Beacon C, if there is any beacons. Sharonga can be here for cover and still deal damage. More Mutes can be here for the same reasons. These tips work on both sides. What robots and weapons should we use? For robots, Abyss has many playstyle opportunities of all pilots. You just need the right skills and robots. For snipers, robots that shoot from afar, it's best for Behemoth, Jaeger, and sometimes Hawk in some cases. For supporters, robots that heal themselves and others, any will work like Demeter, Minder, and Nightingale. For saboteurs, robots with high speed and durability but low firepower, Phantom, Loki, and Orochi are great choices for beacon capture. For brawlers, robots with high speed and firepower but low durability, robots like Typhon, Leech, and Ares. And finally for tanks, robots with high durability and firepower but low speed, Ravana, Shell, and Fafnir work well. As of weapons, snipers will love the kinetic railguns, Volt, Weber and Gauss, 800-meter range with resistance penetrating capabilities. Or the plasma weapons, Marquis, Hussar, and Dragoon, 600 meters of high damage. Saboteurs can take the sonic shotguns, Scatter, Havoc, and Devastator, all capable of stopping in battle repair. Or the energy shotguns, Halo, Corona, and Glory, able to lock down enemies in their tracks. Brawlers will want high damage weapons like Pulsar and Magnetar, capable of Lockdown, or Wasp and Hornet, able to inflict damage over time effect. Tanks will work with the Flamethrowers, Blaze, Igniter, and Ember. These weapons can bypass physical and energy shields. Finally, supporters can work with what their style is. Example, Mender can do well with short to medium range while Waylon works with medium to long range. Remember, everyone has an opinion. Choose your weapon style that work well with you. Final tips: if you enter a transporter pad, you won't be able to re-enter it for 14 seconds. There are two types of environmental hazards: damage inflicting and death inflicting. Factory's toxic pulse cause small damage to robots in it, being an example of a damage inflicting hazard. The castle's gorge kills any robots that fall in, as an example of a death inflicted hazard. The Abyss map is the only map currently to feature both damage and death inflicting hazard. You can fall off the map, death inflicted, or walk into the lava flows, damage inflicted. The lava flows could actually help your tide of battle. If you have any of the passive modules, Overdrive Unit, step into the lava and stay until the module is active. That's all for the Abyss map. Hope these tips help. Stay safe out there. Wait, before you go, there is something I want to say. This video took almost a week to complete, and it would really make me very happy if you could like the video. This video is the reason I was inactive for some time. But don't worry, I've got some good videos planned. I'm not gone yet. Also, Pixonic, if you're watching this, here's my pilot ID and platform. Anyways, have a good day everyone, and I will see you all later. Bye.